Coaches, we are talking rocket pressure from Virginia Tech. Excellent two-man surface boundary pressure, as you're going to see some clips of here. Um, it's an internal pressure, inside pressure. It's a vertical pressure. Okay, the nose is going to stay in that A gap. The defensive end is going to stay in his gap right now, or he's going to the rover is going to come down from depth. Okay, so he's going to come down on the snap. We talked about Coach Foster about a technique. He wrote about a technique in a special report on what he wants. And then you have the backer coming off the edge to this side. When you see these clips and a 3 under 3 deep concept here, like the rest of these, you see these clips, you can see how fast that rover gets down there. Okay, so two-man surface to the boundary. You see he's going to start to creep right away. Okay, the backer could get up on the line in order to manipulate protection, get that tackle to fan out to him. Okay, so he could get that rover downhill on a crash course in the B gap in a hurry. Whatever you like to do in that situation may be advantageous for you. I think the best learning points on these clips are seeing the end zone shots, because you're seeing how it's kind of distorting protection. Okay, so right now you're going to have that defensive end. He is going to work, okay, to stay. He's going to stay in that C gap. Okay, so you're going to have two players threatening the C gap. You have six-man protection. That back is going to go out and challenge. And here comes a rover from depth, going to be unblocked. Good check against boundary side. Two-man surface pressure. You're going to see the same thing here. You see the backer walked up, okay, trying to draw the pressure. You see the rover now. He's going to start kind of to cadence down, or he goes right at the snap, and he's coming from depth. This is a throwback. So right now you're going to get swing gate protection. It's almost like sprint out. Okay, so that end's going to stay into that gap. Now he's coming from depth. He's coming from 10 yards, that rover. All right, and then you have the backer coming off the edge. Same thing here. Backer walking up, trying to manipulate protection. Here comes the rover. He's cheating a little bit. Good vertical pressure. And he's going to get through there untouched, as you're going to see here. And we'll check the protection here in a second. You know, I know Virginia Tech has great athletes, but depending on where you are in your program, if you have safeties that come down at depth and do things like that, it's advantageous for you. So the back is set to the protection. Okay, center sliding this way, so you know this is going to be the man side of the protection. The guard's on the tackle. The defensive tackle's on the end, so now the back has to make a decision. If he goes and blocks that blitzing linebacker, here comes the rover unblocked. I mean, that's how you're manipulating protection, okay, by just doing those things. And we all know what type of player 17 was for them a year or two back for Virginia Tech, and you're going to make some plays for them defensively when you can do those things. Coaches, if you want the clips without the narration, you can certainly access them by getting into our game film library and becoming an insider member at xandolabs.com. Our thanks goes out to Coach Bud Foster again for putting this information together for us. Coaches, thanks for logging in.